Ayan. So there. So once again, good afternoon, everyone. And this is the second part or the continuation of our lesson under anti-differentiation by substitution. Okay. So last lesson, you have learned this theorem. Okay. So the theorem states that suppose the given integral is in the form this one, the integral of f of g of x times g prime of x dx. To transform this into another form, we will let u be equal to g of x. So if that's the case, then it will happen that du over dx, or the derivative of u with respect to x, is equal now to g prime of x, which is the derivative of g, okay, with respect to x, right? So du over dx is the derivative of u with respect to x, and g prime of x is the derivative of g of x. We know that one, right? So what we did here is we differentiate the both sides of the equation. So we have this one. Then after that, if you are going to multiply, okay, if you are going to multiply both sides of the equations by dx, this will become du equal to g prime x times dx, right? So from that, this g prime of x dx will become du, right? And g of x is now u. Therefore, the integral of f of g of x times g prime of x dx is now equal to the integral of f of u, which is your g of x, du, which is g prime of x dx. So from this one, from a complicated form, na simplify siya into this one. So if we are given with this form, then medyo mas madali na siyang i-integrate using the basic integration rules that you have learned in our previous lessons. Right? So that's it. So ito yung gagamitin natin dito. Still, ito yung gagamitin. Okay? But in this lesson, I'm going to present to you other formulas for the other trigonometric functions. Okay? So ipapakita natin ngayon yung mga formulas, yung integral ng other trigonometric functions. But before that, let me check if you are really listening or you are ready. Kindly get your paper or anything para sa mga solutions natin. Okay? So to know if okay lahat, kindly press 1 so that we can proceed. Press 1 naman tayo dyan, guys. Ayan. Ayun. So there. So let us now start. So we have here the integrals of the other trigonometric functions. Okay? So we have, I think, 4 here. Ayan. Because in our previous lessons, yung ibinigay ay yung integral ng secant tangent, cosecant cotangent, di ba? Because that is from the differentiation rules that we have learned sa derivatives. Ngayon, what if tangent lang siya? What if cotangent? Kasi hindi siya binigay last time. Tama? Wala tayong integral of tangent. Wala tayong integral of cotangent. But using anti-differentiation by substitution, we can now derive the formula of the integral of tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant. Okay? So, itong mga formulas na to, nakuha siya because of the anti-differentiation by substitution or integration by substitution. Okay? So, ito yung mga lumabas na mga formulas. I will no longer derive this one. You can search naman this one sa YouTube or any platform. Marami naman siya sa Google. Okay? So we have here the integral of tangent x dx that is equal to negative of ln cosine of x plus c. Always write plus c. So this is the formula for tangent. For cotangent x dx, that is equal to ln, or the natural logarithm of the absolute value of sine x plus c, while for secant x dx, the integral of secant x dx, that is equal to ln of secant x plus tangent x plus c. And the integral of cosecant x dx is equal to ln of cosecant x minus cotangent x plus c. So yon. So those are the four additional formulas for integration. Okay, so kindly take a screenshot because later we will apply these formulas in solving the integral of a certain function, especially if it involves these functions: tangent, cotangent, secant, cosecant. Okay, so that's it. So let's try to apply these formulas in this example. Ayan. So we have here the integral of x to the power of 4 secant of x to the power of 5 dx. Okay? So our goal here, when we are going to apply integration by substitution, you should look for that expression that you need to substitute by u in such a way that lalabas yung isang expression. Example, suppose I am going to let u be equal to secant x to the power of 5. Now, if that is the case, we know from our previous slide that the integral of secant is equal to ln of secant x plus tangent x plus c. And that is absolute value, right? Now, in this case, wala kayong nakikitang absolute value. So, it is not advisable if you are going to let u be equal to secant. So what should be the expression that you need to substitute by you so that may lalabas na isang expression? What do you think? Is it x to the power of 4 or x to the power of 5? Now, kung pipiliin natin si x to the power of 4, dapat yung derivative ni x to the power of 4 makikita natin sa expression. So what is the derivative of x to the power of 4? That is 4x cubed. Nakikita nyo ba siya sa integral natin? Di ba wala? Now, what if si x to the power of 5 yung gagawin nating u? What is the derivative of x to the power of 5? That is 5x to the power of 4. Now, may nakikita ba tayong almost the same with 5x to the power of 4? Yes or no? Meron ba? Yes. That is x to the power of 4, right? So therefore, for this problem, it is better if we are going to, there. If we are going to let u be equal to x to the power of 5. Because if that's the case, lalabas si x to the power of 4 sa derivative niya. Okay? Actually, in anti-differentiation by substitution, it is somewhat like a trial and error process. Okay? Itry natin kung ano yung dapat nating ilet u. Dapat pag ilalet u natin siya, masisimplify natin yung form ng integral. Okay? So in this case, we will let u be equal to x to the power of 5. Okay? Then after that, we know that the derivative of u is just du. Okay? And the derivative of x to the power of 5 will be 5 x to the power of 4 times the derivative of x or dx. Okay? So we have that one. So what we applied here is somewhat like chain rule. Okay? Or the implicit differentiation. Okay? So we have du equal to 5x to the power of 4. Now in this case, nakikita natin si x to the power of 4 at si dx. Right? Sila lang yung kailangan natin. Therefore, pwede nating tanggalin yung 5 by dividing both sides by 5. Right? So from that, so dividing both sides by 5, this will become du over 5 equal to x to the power of 4 dx. Right? So from that, pasisimplify na natin itong integral. Right? So this will become the integral of x to the power of 4 dx. We have it here. X to the power of 4 dx is equal to du over 5. Okay, so therefore, mapapalitan yan by du over 5 and itong x to the power of 5 will be replaced by u. Okay, so this will become secant of u and x to the power of 4 dx is just du over 5, right? I hope that is clear. And from that, we have a numerical coefficient here that is 1 over 5. And according to our basic integration rules, we can actually put that numerical coefficient outside the integral. So therefore, this will become 1 over 5, the integral of secant u, ayan, du. That's it. And what is the integral of secant u? Kindly write it down in the comment section. What is the integral of secant u? Based on our formula kanina. So let's apply now the formula that was introduced earlier. Ano nga yung integral of secant u? What is the integral of secant u? It is, okay, anyone? Ano ba yung integral ng secant u? Tumutulo yung pawis ko. My God. It is it secant u? Ano yan? Ano yun? Secant u times tangent u? Tama ba yung nakita ko? Wait. Ayan. Okay, so we have one here, secant u times tangent u. Is it? Secant u tangent u. I am not asking the derivative. I am asking the integral. And we have introduced that one kanina. Okay? What is the integral of secant u? Sige, balikan natin yung slide kanina. Ayan. Secant x dx. The integral of secant x dx is equal to ln of the absolute value of secant x plus tangent x. So therefore, the integral of secant u du will be ln of the absolute value of u, secant u plus tangent u, okay, plus c. Do not forget to write plus c, okay? And from that, we have this form. Now, is it our final answer? Take note, the integral is in terms of x. The variable here is x. And we have here u. So we need to replace this one by x. Okay? So dapat babalik siya sa original. And what is u? U is equal to x to the power of 5. So this will become 1/5 of ln of the absolute value of secant x to the power of 5 plus tangent x to the power of 5 plus c. And this is now our final answer. Any questions, clarifications before we proceed to problem number 20? Any questions, clarifications? Is there any questions? If there is none, kindly press 19. 19 kasi number 19 ito. Oo. Ayan, 19. Oh, very good. Okay. And I think yung iba naka-advanced study na with this one kasi marami na namang naka-submit ng activity number 17. Right? So, meron nang naka-gets nito. Anyway, let's have number 20. Number 20, we have the integral of tangent of x over 2 dx. Okay, so in this case, from our previous slide, we have the formula for the integral of tangent x dx. However, here, we have x over 2. So we need to make this one as one variable. So therefore, in this case, medyo obvious siya if sino yung ilalet u natin. So what do you think is the expression that we need to let u? What do you think? So ano dapat yung ilalet u natin? Kindly write it down in the comment section. Ano nga yung ile-let you natin dito for number 20? What do you think? Okay, so again, what do you think yung ile-let you? We have here x over 2. Very good. Yes, you are right. X over 2. So therefore, first step is to let u be equal to x over 2, or that is just 1 half x, right? X over 2 or 1 half x, they are just the same. So it will follow, if we will differentiate both sides of the equation, this will become du equal to, what is the derivative of 1 half x? That is just 1 half. Derivative of x is just 1, so we just have 1 half here, dx, right? Now, in this case, we only need dx, right? So, therefore, tatanggalin natin yung 2. So, what we are going to do is to multiply both sides by 2, right? Multiplying both sides by 2, you have 2 du equal to dx na lang. Okay? So, from that, this expression here, integral of tangent of x over 2 dx, will become the integral of tangent of x over 2. We let that one as u. So, we have u and times dx is now equal to 2 du. Take note ha, dx is equal to 2 du. So, therefore, we have times 2 du. Okay? Now, 2 here is a numerical coefficient, so we can put that one outside the integral sign. So, this will become 2 times the integral of tangent u du. So, there. And what is the integral of tangent u? Kindly write it down in the comment section. So, I will just copy to what is the integral of tangent u. So, what is the integral of tangent u? Okay, so we have ln of the absolute value of cosine daw. Ayan. Wait lang. Oh my God. Sorry. Ayan. Okay, so we have negative. Yes, it is negative. Is it negative? Tingnan natin yung formula kanina. Ayan. For tangent, it is negative of ln of cosine x. So therefore, this will become 2 times negative of ln, absolute value of cosine x. So there. And we will add c. Ayan. Okay? And this is now equal to negative 2 ln of cosine, absolute value of cosine x plus c. This is now our final answer. Okay? Any questions so far? Clarifications? If there is none, kindly press 20. Ayan. Okay, very good. Okay, ayan. Okay. Sige. Now, let's try number 21. Ayan, medyo marami siya. Medyo marami. So, tell me the expression na kailangan nating i-let you for number 21. What do you think? Take note sa ating mga formulas. It is just cotangent x, cosecant x, tangent x, secant x. Here we have 3x. So therefore, what should be our first move? Ile-let you natin sino? Kasi dapat one variable lang yung argument ng ating trigonometric function. So what do you think yung ile-let you natin? for number 21. Ayan. So, ano yung ililet u natin? Three x 3x, may mga question mark. Okay. So, in this case, si 3x, as what I've said, medyo trial and error siya. Pero, in this case, medyo, ano siya, clear naman, obvious na kailangan si 3x because sa formula natin, it is just tangent x, secant x, cotangent x, cosecant x. Okay? So therefore, first, we will let u be equal to 3x. Okay? And from that, it will follow that du is equal to 3 dx. Right? Okay. Now, in this case, we just need dx. So we will divide both sides by 3. It will follow that du over 3 is equal to dx. Okay? So from that, this will become, wait for a while, so dito na lang equal to the integral of cotangent of u. Ayan, kasi si 3x naging u. Okay, and we have cosecant, ano ba yan? Cosecant squared. Okay, so we have cosecant squared u, ayan, all over 1 minus cotangent of u, the power of 3, okay? And dx now is equal to du over 3. So we have du over 3. Okay, so that's it. Now, in this case, we can put 1/3 outside, right? So this will become 1/3 of the integral, okay, of cotangent u cosecant squared u, okay, all over 1 minus cotangent u to the power of 3 du. Ayan. Now, in this case, makikita nyo na hindi pa siya simplified. Medyo mahihirapan pa tayo, right? But in this case, pag ito yung mangyayari, pwede kayong umulit. Pwede nyong gawin ulit yung substitution, integration by substitution para mas simplify siya. Now, in this case, what do you think yung kailangan nating i-substitute ulit? Okay? So, magsa-substitute tayo ulit in such a way na mas-simplify natin siya mamaya. Okay? So, ano kaya? Ano kaya yung kailangan nating i-substitute? Ayun. Yeah, substitute. Ano kaya? Any guess? Ano kaya yung kailangan nating i-substitute? Ano ba yung nagpapahirap sa atin dito? So as you can see, take note, what do you call this one? What is the derivative? Kasi ganito yung mangyayari. Hahanapin natin yung expression in such a way na if kukunin natin yung derivative niya, lalabas yung ibang expression na nasa at sa given integral. Now, in this case, ano ba yung derivative ni cotangent? Lalabas kaya si cosecant? Kasi we have cotangent and cosecant here. Dalawa yung involved. Ano kaya yung derivative ni cotangent? Lalabas kaya si cosecant? If si cosecant yung ililet u ko, lalabas kaya si cotangent? Ganun yung mga ways natin. So what do you think? Ano kaya yung ililet u natin? Any guess? What do you think? Ano kaya yung ililet u natin? Hindi pa yan let u kasi nagamit na natin si let u. We will use another variable. Suppose v na lang, v. Ano kaya yung ililet v natin? Anyone who has an idea? Wala. Now take note. The derivative of cotangent. What is the derivative of cotangent, by the way? Kindly write it down in the comment section. Derivative, I am referring to the derivative of cotangent. What is the derivative of cotangent? Derivative. I am not referring to the integral. Okay? Derivative yung tinatanong ko. What is the derivative of cotangent? Negative cosecant squared x. Meron ba tayong cosecant squared dito? Meron ba? Yes. So therefore, parang madali siya if we will let that variable be equal to yung merong cotangent. Kasi lalabas si cosecant squared u. Okay? Now, in this case, as what I've said in our previous video lesson, if merong variable plus a certain function, no, a constant plus a certain function or a function plus a certain constant, mas maiging isasama nyo siya sa ililet natin na variable. Kasi yung derivative naman ng constant ay 0. Okay? So, wala siyang masyadong effect. Okay? At mas mapapadali yung ating solution. Okay? So, in this case, I will let, okay? Nagpapahirap kasi sa atin dito ay yung fraction. We want it to be yung simplified form na fraction. So, in this case, I will let V be equal to 1 minus cotangent U. Because in this case, if ito magiging one variable, itong nandito sa baba, if magiging one variable yan, magiging v to the power of 3 siya. And take note, if that's the case, pwede nating ilagay yung v to the power of 3 or we can transform that one into a negative exponent. So magiging v to the power of negative 3 siya. And if that's the case, mas madali siyang i-integrate. Tama? So ganun yung gagawin natin. So you will find ways on how to simplify the given integral. Okay? So I will let v be equal to 1 minus cotangent u. So it will follow that dv or the derivative of v is equal to negative of the integral of derivative of cotangent u is negative cosecant squared u. Right? Oh my God, lobat na talaga yung phone ko. Yan. Then we have du. Right? So from that, we will have dv equal to negative of negative, that is positive, cosecant squared u du. At nandito siya, cosecant squared u du. Okay? So, yan. This one will become dv. Our problem na lang ay si cotangent u. Wala pa siyang variable na pwede nating i-substitute. But take note, we have here v equal to 1 minus cotangent u. It will follow that cotangent u, from here from here, it will follow, yan, from here, it will follow that cotangent u, if ililipat ko siya sa kabila, at si v ililipat sa kabila, this will become cotangent u equal to 1 minus v. Right? So from that, we had expressed cotangent in terms of v, and that is 1 minus v. And mas masisimplify na ngayon itong integral. So this will become equal to 1/3 integral of cotangent u is 1 minus v. So that's it. And cosecant squared u du is just dv. So we have dv here over, ayan, 1 minus cotangent u is just v. So we have v to the power of 3. Ayan. So, okay na siya. Medyo madali na siyang i-integrate. Okay? And after that, pwede natin siyang ilagay sa taas, yung v to the power of 3. Ayan. So, this will become 1/3 integral of magiging v to the negative 3 siya times 1 minus v dv. Right? And from that, pwede natin siyang i-distribute. Right? So, distribute nyo siya. Distribute. This will become 1/3 integral of v times 1 of v to the negative 3 is times 1 is v to the negative 3 minus v to the negative 3 times v. So, magiging negative 3 plus 1 yan. And that is v to the negative 2. You will just add the exponents, right? dv. Ayan. Wala na tayong space. So, after that, this will become equal to, I hope you can still follow, 1/3 integral of, ayan, v, oh, wait lang, erase natin. Erase. Pwede nating i-distribute yung integral sign. Right? So, this will become 1/3 times the integral of v to the negative 3 dv minus integral of v to the negative 2 dv. Ayan. So, that's it. Right? Nagets ba? Then after that, we can now apply the power rule sa integration. This is 1/3 times v to integral of negative v to the negative 3. What is the integral of v to the negative 3? Anyone? Kindly write it down in the comment section. What is the integral of v to the negative 3? What is the integral of v to the negative 3? No, bat. What is the integral of v to the negative 3? Anyone? Ano nga yung gagawin? V to the negative 2 over negative 2. Very good. Di ba mag-a-add lang tayo ng 1 sa exponent and whatever is the resulting exponent, lalagay lang natin siya sa denominator. Okay? So this will become, nasa na yun? V to the negative 3 plus 1 over negative 3 plus 1. Ayan. Minus v to the negative 2, mag-a-add lang rin tayo ng 1. So we have v to the negative 2 plus 1 over negative 2 plus 1. Ayan. Then you have plus c. Ayan. Okay ba? Then after that, simplifying, this will become 1/3 times, this is v to the negative 2 over negative 2. So you have negative 2. Ayan. This is negative over negative. This is negative 1. So magiging plus yan, right? Plus v to the negative 1. Ayan. Plus c. Then after that, you can now substitute what is our v. V is 1 minus cotangent u. So you have here, this is, wait lang. Ano na lang natin yung 1/3. Tawag nito? I-distribute. Distribute na lang natin si 1/3. Dito tayo mag-continue para medyo may space tayo. So this is equal to 1/3. 1/3 times negative of v to the negative 2 over 2. This is negative of 1 over 6, right? V to the negative 2. Ayan. Plus 1/3 times v to the negative 1. That is 1/3 v to the negative 1. And you have plus c. Then simplify. Balik natin si V is 1 minus cotangent u, so you have negative 1 over 6 times 1 minus cotangent u to the negative 2 plus 1/3 1 minus cotangent u to the negative 1 plus c, right? And u is just 3x, so we will have final answer, negative 1 over 6, 1 minus cotangent of 3x to the negative 2 plus 1/3 of 1 minus cotangent of 3x to the negative 1 plus c. And this is now our final answer. I hope you got it right or naka-follow tayo. Any question? Medyo mataas yung um, process. Any questions, clarifications, or meron ba akong nakaligtaan dito? Any questions, clarifications for this one? Do you have questions? Okay. Do you have questions, guys? If there is none, just press 22. 21 pala, 21. Pwede nyo ring ilagay sa baba yung ano, para maging positive itong exponent dito. Pero okay na rin tong negative. Walang problema doon. Do you have questions? Or are you still with me? 21. Hyra, walang questions. Who else? Yung iba, parang may questions kasi hindi nagta-type ng 21. 21. Ayan. Okay, so there. So that's it for number 21. Okay? So kindly take a screenshot because I will now erase the solution for number 21 kasi para maka-solve tayo sa 22. Okay? So erase natin yan. Ayan. Let's have number 22 naman. Number 22. What do you think yung first nating ililet u? Kagaya kanina, we let u be 3x. Here, as you can see, you have cosine of x over 4 and sine of x over 4. So therefore, ano yung kailangan nating i-let u first? C x over 4. Right, very good. So first, we will let, dito na lang ha, u be equal 2x over 4 or 1/4 x. It will follow that du is equal to 1/4 dx. Right? So there. So we have du equal to 1/4 dx. Okay? Okay lang ba? Okay? So from that, take note we only have dx here. We only have dx. So therefore, we need to omit 4 from the denominator. So we will multiply both sides by 4. Multiply rin natin to by 4. So we have 4 du equal to dx. Right? So we have 4 du equal to dx. So from that, we can now simplify the integral in number 22. So we have 4 plus cosine of x over 4 over sine of x over 4 dx. This is now equal to the integral of 4 plus cosine of u, right? Over sine of u, and dx is just 4 du, right? So from that, we have again in numerical coefficient, you can actually put that one outside. So we have 4. So ito yung nilabas natin na 4 ha, hindi ito. Hindi itong nandito. So yung nandito. So 4 integral of, this is 4 plus cosine u sine over sine u du. Ayan. Now, next, we need to simplify it further so that pwede na natin siyang i-integrate using the basic integration rules. But however, if you will try, di ba yung sabi ko, you need to let that expression by a certain variable in such a way na if you will differentiate that expression, lalabas yung isa. Now, in this case, we know that the derivative of sine is cosine, right? The derivative of sine is cosine. And the derivative of cosine is negative sine. However, in this case, sine is located in the denominator. And if you will differentiate cosine, yung sine natin nasa numerator. Therefore, hindi pwedeng i-let VC, okay, so we will have another variable here. So we will not, it is not advisable to let V be equal to cosine kasi si sine nasa denominator. Hindi lalabas yung sine na hinahanap natin. Okay? So, hindi pwede si cosine. Now, in this case, si sine naman, itry natin. If you will let V be equal to sine, lalabas si cosine sa taas. Right? Kasi numerator siya. So lalabas si cosine u du. However, we have 4 here. Ito yung nagbibigay ng nakaka-complicate sa ating integral, yang si 4 dyan. Right? So siya yung nagbibigay ng sakit ng ulo sa atin. But take note that if you have A plus B over C, we can actually separate that one to A over C plus B over C. And in that case, medyo mas madali na lang yung pag-differentiate natin. Right? Because if you will have this one, you have 4 over sine u. Take note that 1 over sine is just cosecant. Right? 1 over sine is just cosecant. And we know the integral of cosecant. And we also have cosine over sine, that is just cotangent. And we know the integral of cotangent. So, in that case, mas madali na lang siyang i-differentiate. Okay? So, therefore, in this case, hindi natin siya ililet V. But instead, we will separate the fraction. Okay? Para mas madali siyang i-differentiate. So, you will have umuulan. Yeah. 4 times the integral of 4 over sine u, ayan, plus cosine u over sine u, and you have du. Ayan. Okay? And take note, we can simplify this to 4 times the integral of 4 over sine. Take note, 1 over sine is cosecant. So therefore, this will become 4 times cosecant u. Okay? I hope you can follow. Plus, cosine over sine is just cotangent u. Du. Ayan. And from that, we can now differentiate separately. So you will have 4 times, this will become integral of 4 cosecant u du plus integral of cotangent u du. Ayan. And from that, we will have 4 times. What is the integral of cosecant? Pwede nating ilabas si 4 ilalabas lang. What is the integral of cosecant? What is the integral of cosecant, guys? Kindly put it in the comment section. Drop your answer in the comment section. Integral of cosecant. That is? What is the integral of cosecant? Anyone? Are you still with me? What is the integral of cosecant? That is ln of, okay, ln of, is it positive, negative? Positive or negative? Positive. Okay, ln of absolute value of cosecant u plus, minus pala, minus, ayan, minus cotangent u, ayan, plus integral of cotangent. The integral of cotangent is, I think that is positive ln of sine. Am I right? Sine x, cosine over sine. Yeah, sine x. Sige, lagay ko na lang plus c. Right? Ayan. Sa last part na lang yung plus c. Right? And after that, we can distribute this coefficient here. So you will have 16, 4 times 4, ln of cosecant. What is u? U is x over 4, so you have x over 4 minus cotangent of x over 4. Ayan. Plus ln of absolute value of sine of x over 4 plus c. And that will be our final answer. And by the way, this should be u. Hindi siya x. U. Ayan. Any questions? Clarifications? If there is none, kindly put 22 or press 22. Any questions? Oh my. Ayan. Ka-follow talaga. Walang questions talaga. Sure na. Final answer. Ayan. Sige, if there you have no more questions, so that's it. Okay. And another one, last na lang ito. This is for the integrals of inverse trigonometric functions. Okay? So we have the integrals of inverse trigonometric functions. Okay? So we have the derivative. We also have the integral. Okay? So tatlo lang sila. Kindly take note of the formula as what I've said sa first pa lang na lesson. For integration, you need to memorize the formulas. Hindi lang familiarize, but memorize talaga dapat. Okay? So the first one we have, if you have the integral of du over the square root of a squared minus u squared, that is just equal to the inverse, sine inverse of u over a plus c. A here is a real number. Okay? A is a real number. Okay? While u is a variable. Okay? Si A is a real number. Sa tatlo. Okay? So, ito yung mga formulas nila. The integral of du over a squared plus u squared, that is just equal to 1 over a tangent inverse of u over a plus c. And for the last one, the integral of du over u times the square root of u squared minus a squared, that is equal to 1 over a secant inverse of u over a plus c. Okay? Tatlo lang yung mga integrals of inverse trigonometric functions. Please take note of this one. Take a screenshot because we will apply these formulas later. Okay? So I will give you maybe 5 seconds for the screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. Okay? So please take note. Let's try this one. Okay? We have the integral of 1 over the square root of 9 minus x squared dx. Okay? Or you can rewrite this one as the integral of dx over the square root of 9 minus x squared. Ayan. Now, in this case, anong form ito? Is it the first one, the second one, or the third one? Is it for sine inverse, tangent inverse, or for secant inverse? What type is this one? Is it the first one, second, or the third one? Okay, so the first one is for sine inverse, the second one is for tangent inverse, and the third one is for secant. Or that, okay, so we have first, sir. Ayan, first. So this is for sine inverse. And take note, for sine inverse, we should have dx over the square root of a squared minus x squared. Okay, so in this case, you should identify kung sino yung a, sino yung u or yung x. So in this case, we can rewrite this as the integral of dx over the square root of 3 squared, because 9 is just 3 squared minus x squared. So from that, we have our a equal to 3 and our u equal to x, right? So therefore, we can answer this one easily because we have a and x. And from our formula kanina, if you have du over square root of a squared minus u squared, that is just sine inverse of u over a. Our u here is x. Okay, makikita naman siguro dito. And our a is 3. Nandito siya. Okay? So therefore, this one is just sine inverse of u over a. That is x over 3. Then you have plus c. And this will be our final answer. Okay? I hope na-get siya at naka-follow kayo. Now, if you will look at the other books, hindi nila ginagamit itong sine inverse. Yung parang may negative 1 na exponent. Yung sa ibang books, ang ginagamit nila is arc. Okay, meaning that is the inverse. So, magiging arc sine siya. Arc sine of x over 3 plus c. They are just the same. Okay? The same lang yan. Baka malito kayo sa other books. Sine inverse, pwede rin siyang isulat as arc sine. They are just the same. Okay? I hope that is clear. Any questions, clarifications for this one? Kindly press 23 if there is no more questions. Ayan, 23. Next, number 24. Ito. Ay, nawala si DX. Sorry. Dapat may DX yan. Lagyan natin ng DX. Anong kulay ba yan? Orange? DX. Ay, ibang orange. Yes na lang. Okay. Nasaan na yun? Balik tayo sa blue. Ayan. Okay, so it should be 1 over 9x squared plus 36 dx. Or you can have this as the integral of dx over 9x squared plus 36. What form? Is it the first one, second, or the third one? Second. Very good. This is for tangent inverse or for arctan. Okay? But we should rewrite this one of this form. Dapat a squared plus u squared siya. Okay? A squared plus u squared or u squared plus a squared. The same lang kasi ano naman yung commutative naman yung addition, right? So from that, we can rewrite this as the integral of dx over 9x squared. how are you going to rewrite this one as a certain variable raised to 2? So 9x squared can be written as ano? This is, so kunin nyo lang yung square root ni 9x squared. That is just 3x, right? So this is 3x to the power of 2, right? Ayan. And we have plus 36 is just 6 squared. Okay? So therefore, from here, our A is equal to 6. Okay? And our U is equal to 3x. And since our U is equal to 3x, it will follow that du is equal to 3dx. Okay? So we let u here, let u be equal to 3x. So it will follow that du is equal to 3dx. And since dx lang tong nandito, you will just divide both sides by 3. You will have du over 3 equal to dx. Right? So this one will become the integral of dx will be du over 3 over 3x is just u, so you have u squared, plus our a is just a, so you have 6, so 6 squared. Ayan. Okay? du over 3, we have 1/3 here, so pwede natin siyang ilabas. So you have 1/3, the integral of du over u squared plus 6 squared. And in this case, the same na siya ng form sa second. Ito. Right? So, in this case, we will just apply the formula, magiging 1 over a. Tangent inverse of u over a plus c siya. So, you have this 1/3, and that is 1 over a times 1 over a. Our a is 6. So, you have times 1/6. Tangent inverse of, this is u over a. U is just u. And you have a, which is 6, right? And we have plus c. Or this is just 1 over 18 tangent inverse of, our u is 3x, so you have 3x over 6 plus c. Or we can simplify it further here. This is just 1 over 18 tangent inverse of 3x over 6 is just x over 2 plus c. And this is now our final answer. Any questions? Any questions, clarifications? If there is none, kindly press 24. Ayan. Medyo clear ba siya? Okay lang. Okay, so I think clear naman. Another example, I think until 30 ito, no? Ayan. So, yon. So, we have 1 over dx, 1 over the quantity 2x minus 5 squared plus 9 then dx. And we can rewrite this as the integral of dx over 2x minus 5 squared plus 9 squared is just 3 squared. Right? So from that, alam niyo na kung ano yung A, which is 3. Ano dapat yung ililet u natin? What should be our u? Dapat isang variable raised to 2 plus a squared siya. In this case, we have 2x minus 5. So, ano dapat yung ililet u natin? So, let u be equal to, ano dapat? Si 2x minus 5. Yeah, you're correct. So we have 2x minus 5. It will follow that du is equal to 2dx, right? And since we only have dx here, so we will divide both sides by 2. So you have du over 2 equal to dx. So from that, we will now have integral of du over 2 all over u squared plus 3 squared. Right? And from that, itong d over 2, si 1 half dyan, pwede nating ilabas. So we have 1 half integral of du over u squared plus 3 squared. This is the first one, second, or third form. It is the first, second, third. It is the second gihapon, sir. Yeah. So this is for tangent inverse. So we have 1 half times 1 over a. What is our a? What is our a? 3. Yeah. So we have 1/3 tangent inverse of, this is u over a. So you have u over 3. Then we have plus c. Simplifying, we have 1 over 6 tangent inverse of u is 2x minus 5 over 3 plus c. This is now our final answer. Okay? So that's it. Okay? Ayan. Any questions so far? If there is none, kindly press 26. Press 26 if you don't have any more questions. Okay. Wala na. Okay, so that's it. Now, let's have number 26. Ito medyo, ano na siya, complicated ng slight. Slight lang naman. Okay? For number 26, I can rewrite this as the integral of 1 over the square root of 20 plus, ano, this should be dx over, ayan, 8x minus x squared. Ayan. Now, in this case, medyo ano siya kasi we have a trinomial here. Take note, we can only apply the first, second, third form if you have a squared and u squared. You should have two perfect squares, right? Now, in this case, we have 8x, right? So, we should do something so that makakakita tayo ng perfect square. Okay? And dito, papasok si completing the square. I don't know if you can still remember completing the square, pero na-discuss yan sa pre-cal, right? Now, suppose I will have it as the integral of dx over. Kasi in this case, parang form niya ay yung first one, right? Kasi yung third, dapat may u times the square root. In this case, wala siya. So, in this case, si number 1 siya. So, we should have a constant na perfect square minus a variable na perfect square. Okay? So, in this case, we can have this as the square root of 20. Si 20 yung constant. So, ano natin siya? I-separate. Okay? Minus para ma-apply natin yung what do you call this? Yung completing the square. Okay? So, we will have minus si x squared. Okay? So, 8x divided by negative 1. So, you have negative 8x. Ayan. If you will distribute the negative sign, babalik yan sa original form. I hope naka-follow tayo. Then after that, we should add something here para ma-complete yung square. Okay, so what should be added so that we will have a perfect square trinomial? Ano dapat yung i-add natin kay x squared minus 8x plus something there. Ayan. So what should be added? Okay? If nag-add tayo, dapat mag-a-add ka rin dito. Right? Ayan. So what should be added para maging perfect square trinomial? 8, x squared minus 8x plus something. Ano nga yung gagawin? Can you still remember your pre-cal lesson? What should be added para ma-perfect square trinomial siya? Okay. Plus, then minus 16. Okay, tama siya. Dapat mag-add ka, pag mag-a-add ka, dapat magma-minus. Okay? Mag-a-add, magma-minus. Sir, nganong add man na puros? Take note, if you will add something here, we have negative here. Right? May negative tayo sa labas. So, you are actually deducting, not adding. So, since nag-deduct tayo dyan, mag-a-add tayo sa kabila. Okay, so ganun yung nangyari. Okay? So in this case, we will add 16 here. So we will also add 16 here. Okay? Again, naging plus ito because may negative sign dito. Pag i-multiply natin dyan, mama-minus yan. Okay? So we are just adding 0 actually. So you have negative 16 plus 16, which is 0. Okay? And from that, we will have the integral of dx over the square root of 20 plus 16 is just 36, right? Minus x minus 8x plus 16 can be written as x minus 4 square, right? I hope naka-follow tayo. So from that, malalaman na natin kung sino si A, sino yung U. Okay? So what is our A here? What is our A? What is our A? 6. Yeah, because 36 can be written as 6 square. Okay? Minus. Okay, minus. What will be our U? X minus 4. Yeah, so magiging U square yan. We let U be equal to X minus 4. And if that's the case, du will still be equal to dx. Okay? Ayan. So, yung dx pala dyan sa taas, magiging du na. Ano ba, sir? Yeah. So, magiging du na pala yan. Okay? Since we let u be equal to x minus 4, so this will become du here. Ayan. Okay? So, that's it. Then from that, this is the first formula, right? So, this is just say sine inverse of you have u over a, right? Am I right? U over a, so you have u over 6 plus c. Or this is just sine inverse of u is x minus 4 over 6 plus c. Any questions? Am I right? Is it sine inverse of u over a? Any questions? Clarifications? Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. Okay. Any questions, clarifications for number 26? If there is, kindly write it down in the comment section. If there's none, please press 26. Ay, bakit nag-26 ako kanina? 25 pala dapat yon. Anyway, kindly press 26 if you don't have any more questions. Is there any more questions, guys? Clarifications? Huwag mahihiyang magtanong. Ayan, 26. Okay. And I think we have here number 27. Ay, parang last two na to. Tama ba? Ay, last four pala. Ang rami pa. My God. Sige. So we have number 27. We have dx over x ln x square root of ln x squared minus 9. Ayan. So in this case, what should be our u? Ano yung ile-let u natin? We should have sa square root, dapat a variable raised to 2 minus a squared. So, sino yung ile-let u natin? Si ln x. Yeah. So, this is ln x. Ayan. It will follow that du is equal to, what is the derivative of ln x? What is the derivative of ln x? 1 over x. Very good. So this is just 1 over x dx or just dx over x. And as you can see, we have dx over x here. Okay, so nakikita natin siya. So therefore, this one can be written as the integral of dx over x is just du. So you have du over ln x is just u. So you have u. Okay, wala na yung x because we have dx over x here. Okay, and that is du. So si dx over x is du. ln x is u. When we have square root of ln x is u squared minus 9 can be written as 3 squared. Now, what form are we going to use? Is it the first one, second one, or the third one? Ano yung may u times the square root? Yeah, the third one. Very good. And that is for secant, right? Secant and inverse. So from that, this is just equal to, since this is in simplest form already, we will have 1 over a. What is your a here? What is our a? A is 3. Yeah, very good. So this is 3 secant inverse of u over a, which is 3 plus c, right? And going back, u is just ln x, so we have 1/3 secant inverse of ln x over 3 plus c. I hope that is clear. Is that clear? Do you have any questions, clarifications? If there is none, kindly press 27. Ayan. So, madali lang siya. If you know the expression that you need to let you. Okay, so ganun lang talaga siya. Ayan, very good. Okay. Number 28. Ayan, ito medyo, ano siya, tricky, pero carry naman. Oo. Ayan. So in this case, parang the same siya kanina sa number 26. We need to formulate an expression na dapat perfect square plus a perfect square na number, right? Now, in this case, x squared plus 2x. So we need to do completing the square here, right? So what you're going to do is you will add something. So we will have x plus 2. Okay, so mamaya na natin tingnan kung may magagawa tayo sa x plus 2. And you have x squared plus 2x plus 5 dx. Okay? Now, completing the square, you will have x plus 2. X plus 2 talaga to? Tama. X plus 2. Tingnan natin. Okay? Baka may ano ako dito. Anyway, this is x squared plus 2x plus something here. Since you are adding, you will subtract something here, right? Then we have plus 5. Ayan. Dx. Okay? I hope that is clear. Okay. Now, ano dapat yung i-add natin? Sige. What do you think? Ano dapat yung i-add natin para makomplete yung square? Ano dapat yung i-add natin? 1 and negative 1. Very good. So we will add 1 minus 1. Okay? So from that, this will become the integral of x plus 2 over x squared plus 2x plus 1. Negative 1 plus 5 is just positive 4 dx. Okay? Then simplifying, you will have the integral of x plus 2 over, we have here x plus 1, quantity raised to 2, right? Ayan. Then plus 2 squared. So we already know the value of a. Now, what should be our u? What should be our u? What should be our u? What should be our u, guys? Ano yung iu natin? Hello? Ano dapat yung iu natin in this case? Si x plus 1. Yeah, because dapat isang variable raised to 2 dapat siya, right? So this will become, we will let this one as, let u be equal to x plus 1. It will follow that du is equal to dx. However, in this case, we have x plus 2 sa taas, right? And take note, we can only use the integral of the inverse trigonometric functions if you have 1 over yung sa baba. As you can see, 1 parati yung nasa taas. Now, in this case, we have x plus 2. So, medyo mahihirapan tayo dito. Right? So, medyo mahihirapan tayong i-differentiate siya, i-integrate siya ngayon. So, ano kaya yung gagawin natin? So, we will do something such that if you are going to, ano tawag dito? If you are going to integrate this one, medyo hindi siya mahirap na. Okay? So what do you think yung gagawin natin? Okay. Any idea? Ano kaya yung gagawin natin? So that, so that, ano nga yun? So that magiging 1 na lang yung isa. Dapat makakakita tayo. Our goal is dapat makakakita tayo ng 1 over u squared plus a squared. Ito dapat yung goal. Ano kaya yung dapat gawin natin? Teka lang. Paano ba to? Mhm. Mhm. U squared plus a squared. Okay. So there. Ganito pala siya, guys. Sorry. Balik tayo sa start. Balik tayo sa start. In this case, pwede ba siya? Wait lang ha. If x plus 2, so magiging 2x plus 2. 2x plus 2. If we will separate 2. So 1 plus 1, x plus 1, 2x plus 2. Okay, so lalabas si x plus 1. Okay, so there, nakita ko na siya. Sorry. Balik tayo, balik. Okay, balik. Medyo nalito tayo. Okay, take 2. Take 2 tayo. Take 2. Ayan. Mamaya na tayo mag-completing the square if yung form niya is pwede na for tangent or for the inverse tangent. Now, in this case, hindi pa siya pwede. Okay, ganito yung gagawin natin. Now, observe, ayan, observe that if I will let, okay, if I will let u be equal to x squared plus 2x plus 5, ayan, if I will let x squared plus 2x plus 5 be equal to u, I will get du equal to 2x plus 2 dx. Right? Nagets ba yan? Naka-follow ba tayo? Okay? Ayan. So, ayun. So, meron nga. Ayan. O, x plus 1 plus 1. X squared plus 2x plus 5 is u. Yeah. So, if we will let that one as u be equal to x squared plus 2x plus 5, we will have du equal to 2x plus 2 dx. Okay? Okay. Now, in this case, as you can see, you have, we can factor out 2, right? So you will have du be equal to 2 times x plus 1 dx. Okay. But here, we have x plus 2. Hindi siya x plus 1, right? We have x plus 2, but here we have x plus 1. So in this case, we will do something sa ating numerator. Take note, x plus 2 can be written as x plus 1 plus 1. Okay? Yung 1 mamaya, may kinalaman yan ngayon sa inverse trigonometric function na integral. So doon papasok yon. But in this case, first, we need to rewrite this one. 2, so integral of x plus 2 can be written as x plus 1 plus 1. Bakit mo ginawa yan, sir? So that lalabas itong x plus 1 dx mamaya. Okay? Para magamit natin siya. Okay? Over, this will become x squared plus 2x plus 5 dx. Take note, loss of fractions, we can separate x plus 1 over x squared plus 2x plus 5 and 1 over x squared plus 2x plus 5, right? So this will become the integral of x plus 1 over x squared plus 2x plus 5 dx. Dito ngayon natin magagamit ito lahat. Okay? So ito, dito natin siya magagamit. Next, plus, since we have 1, plus integral of 1 over x squared plus 2x plus 5 dx. Now, in this case, since 1 na yung numerator, we can now do something here para ma-form natin yung inverse trigonometric functions na formulas sa integral. Okay? So, doon yung kanina. But first, for this one, if we let u be equal to x squared plus 2x plus 5, therefore, this will become the integral of, okay? So, this is over u. Ayan, right? And take note, we have x plus 1 dx here. And we have 2 times x plus 1 dx. We can actually divide both sides by 2. So, divide nyo yan by 2. So, you will have du over 2 equal to x plus 1 dx. And that is x plus 1 dx. Nandito siya. Right? Yan. So, from that, this will become du over 2. Okay? X plus 1 dx is just du over 2. Okay? Plus. Here. Dito ngayon yung papasok yung magko-completing the square tayo. That is 1 over, kagaya kanina, x squared plus 2x plus something minus something plus 5 dx. And we have identified that one kanina, that is 1. Right? So mag-add at magma-minus 1 lang tayo. Okay. Then after that, you will have, this is, pwede natin ilabas si, ang tawag dito? 1/2. So you have 1/2 integral of du over u. Ayan. Plus the integral of 1 over x squared plus 2x plus 1 can be written as x plus 1 squared. Negative 1 plus 5 is just plus 4 dx. Ayan. Now, question. What is the integral of du over u? What is the integral of du over u? What is the integral of du over u? Hello, are you still with me? What is the integral of du over u? Ln absolute value of u. Very good. Okay. Okay. So we have L 1/2. Later na lang. Let's substitute muna x plus 1. Okay, para sabay natin silang i-integrate. Du over u. But the integral is Ln absolute value of u. Yeah. Plus integral of. So in this case, we will let v be equal to x plus 1. Okay? So this will become dv equal to dx. So therefore, this will become dv. Yan, dv over 1 dx is dv. V squared plus 2 squared. Ayan. 2 squared ba? Ayan. And this will be 1/2 of integral of du over u is ln absolute value of u plus this one, the integral of dv over v squared plus 2 squared, that is 1 over a. Our a is 2. So 1/2 ulit. Tangent inverse of v over a. So v over 2 plus c. And let us now substitute. So 1/2 ln u is just x squared plus 2x plus 5. Ayan. Plus 1/2. Tangent inverse of v is just x plus 1 over 2. Yan. Plus c. And this is now our final answer. So, yan. So, na-push pa rin. Okay? Ayan. Any questions? Clarifications? 'Di ba? So, para-paraan lang talaga. Pag tingin mo sa pag-solve mo parang wala nang papuntahan, balik ka ulit sa umpisa. Ano yung mistake? So, yon kanina, may mistake tayo. Anyway, okay naman siya. Any questions? If there is none, kindly press 28. Ayan. Parang si Jerica na lang yung nakikita kong sumasagot dito. Okay, sagot-sagot rin pag may time, no? Okay, ayan. Okay, ayan. Let's try number 29, then 30. Okay, 29, almost the same lang kanina sa number 28. Okay, so the same approach. The same approach lang tayo. So first, we will let u. As you can see, if you will differentiate 9x squared, magiging 18x yan. 18x, then we have plus 6. So we will add something sa ating numerator later. Okay, so we will let u be equal to 9x squared plus 6x plus 2. So this will become du equal to 18x 18x plus 6. Ayan. So we need 18x plus 6. Okay, dx. Ayan. So we need 18x plus 6. Next. So we already know that du is equal to 18x plus 6 dx. Therefore, dapat magawa natin siya ng paraan na lalabas talaga yung 18x plus 6. So we will have here the integral of 18x plus 6. Okay? So, dapat, if you will do something here sa numerator, dapat babalik siya. Right? Dapat walang ma-change. Take note, our original is 18x plus 3. Ginawa natin siyang 18x plus 6. So, therefore, para babalik siya to 18x plus 3, we need to subtract 3 here. Okay lang ba? Or shortcut ko kasi siya. Okay? So we have 18x plus 6 minus 3. So 3 is just 6 minus 3. Right? So para lalabas itong 18x plus 6. All over, ayan, 9x squared plus 6x plus 2 dx. I hope naka-follow pa rin tayo. Then after that, you can separate now. Okay, yan. Para may palatandaan tayo. This is the integral of 18x plus 6 over 9x squared plus 6x plus 2 minus the integral of 3 over 9x squared plus 6x plus 2 dx na wala pala yung mga dx natin. Ayan. Okay? So there. Now, we let u be equal to 9x squared plus 6x plus 2. So this will become the integral of over u ito. Right? And 18x plus 6 dx, 18x plus 6 dx is just du. So this will become du here, du over u. Okay? Minus. Okay? Itong 3, F3. Wag muna natin siyang ilabas kasi parang lalabas siya sa 9x squared. Okay, so we have the integral of 3. Pwede nyo naman siya ilabas, pero wag na lang. Okay, makikita nyo mamaya. Okay, so we will complete the square. So we have it here, 9x squared plus 6x plus 2 dx. Okay? Completing the square, kailangan nating ano ba? We need to add something here. Ano ba dapat yung i-add natin? What do you think, guys? Integral of du, rewrite ko muna, minus integral of 3 over, ayan, 9x squared plus 6x, ayan, 6x plus something minus something plus 2 dx. Ano dapat yung i-add at isa-subtract? No. Subtract. I-add at ima-minus natin. Ano dapat yung i-add at ima-minus natin? Yeah. Minus. Now, sa pre-cal, di ba yung ginagawa natin, fina-factor out muna natin para mas madali. Sige, factor out nyo na lang sa scratch paper ninyo. So, factor out natin si 9. So, magiging x squared plus, fractional ba to? Okay, so this is 6 over 9. So, this is 2 over 3. X plus something. Ayan. Sige. So, ano kaya yung i-add natin? So, this is, i-divide natin to ng 2, 1/3. 1/3 squared, so 1 over 9. Nakukuha nyo ba ako? Di ba ko, i-divide natin ng 2 yung middle term? So, we have 2/3 over 2. This is 2/3 times 1/2. This is 1/3. Then, is-square natin siya. This is just 1 over 9. So we will add 1 over 9 here. Okay? So therefore, if ibabalik natin si 9 sa kada isa, this will become 9x squared plus 6x plus 1. So therefore, yung i-add natin ay 1 lang pala. Okay? So mag-a-add tayo ng 1 dito. Then minus 1 dito. Ayan. Okay? So that's it. Then, we will now have, I hope naka-follow kayo ha. Just tell me if medyo mabilis tayo. So we will have the integral of du over u minus the integral of 3 over 9x squared plus 6x plus 1. Okay, can be written as 3x plus 1 squared, right? 3x plus 1 squared. Yeah. Then we have negative 1 plus 2, that is just plus 1 dx. Ayan. Or 1 is just 1 squared. Para makita lang natin si A. Okay? Then after that, ano yung ilalet v natin ngayon? Para ma-integrate natin ito. Ano yung ilalet v natin? Anyone? 3x plus 1. Very good, Carissa. Ayan. Okay, okay. Ayan. So we will, nasan na yung, ayan, pen, 3x plus 1. So it will follow that dv is equal to 3 dx, right? And we have 3 dx here. So wag yun nang i-change. So from that, this will become the integral of du over u minus the integral of 3 dx is just dv over v squared plus 1 squared or just 1. Okay na yon. Okay, lagyan na lang natin ng 2 squared. So from that, the integral of du over u is ln u, right? Ln absolute value of u. And the integral of dv over v squared plus 1 is just, this is just 1 over a. So 1 over a is 1 over 1 lang, right? Tangent inverse of v over a, which is 1 plus c. Ayan. Simplifying, we will have ln of absolute value of u is 9x squared plus 6x plus 2. Ayan. Minus 1 over 1 is just 1. Tangent inverse of v is 3x plus 1 over 1. So you have 3x plus 1 lang. Plus C. And that is now our final answer. Okay? Naka-follow ba? Any questions? Clarifications? Any questions? Clarifications for this one? If there is none, kindly press 29. Ayan. Nagets ba? Wow, sana all. Okay, last na. And it's almost time. Last number. Number 30. Ayan. So we have dx over square root of 36 to the power of x minus 36. So what should be our integral? Now take note, 36 can be written as 6 squared, right? So therefore, from here, we can rewrite this as dx over the square root of 6 square to the power of x minus 6 square, right? Take note, you can multiply the exponents if you have a to the power of x to the power of y. This is just equal to a raised to the power of xy, right? Or you can um, rearrange. This is just a to the power of y to the power of x, right? So they are just the same. So ganun yung gagawin natin. So this will become integral of dx over square root of 6 to the power of x squared para lumabas lang yung variable raised to the power of 2. Okay? Minus 6 square. Ayan. So, ano yung ililet u natin dito? 6 to the power of x. Very good. 6 to the power of x. So, it will follow that du is equal to, what is the derivative of 6 to the power of x? Ano nga yung derivative niya? May over ba yun? Parang may over yun, no? 4 times. Ay, integral yata yung over. This is 6 to the power of x ln 6. Am I right? Kindly look at your notes. What is the derivative of 6 to the power of 6? This is just 6 to the power of x ln 6. Am I right? ln 6 dx. Or over ln 6. Nakalimutan ko siya, guys. Ano ba? What is the integral? Integral, derivative. Okay, kindly look at your notes. What is the derivative of a raised to x with respect to x? Derivative. Di pala. Okay. So, I'm right. Uh, ln? Is it ln? Tama. Ln. Yeah. So, tama. So, tama yung derivative ko. Okay? Now, in this case, we only need dx. Wala nang iba. So, we will divide both sides by 6 raised to x ln 6. And we have here 6 raised to x ln 6. So, this will become du over 6 raised to the power of x ln 6. We have dx. Now take note, 6 to the power of 6 to the power of x is just u. So I can rewrite this as du over u ln 6 equal to dx. Okay? So from that, I will have the integral of dx is just du over u ln 6 over square root of 6 raised to x is just u squared minus 6 squared. Okay? Simplifying, this will now be equal to, pwede natin ilabas si ln 6 because this is a numerical coefficient, 1 over ln 6. So we have 1 over ln 6 integral of du over, we can rewrite this as u square root of u squared minus 6 squared. Tama? Sir, bakit naging ganito? Take note, dividing fractions. Si 1 over ln x na wala na yan. So, ang natira is du over u times the reciprocal of the denominator. The reciprocal is 1 over square root of u squared minus 6 squared. And the result will be this one. Right? And what form is this? Is it first, second, or third? Yung u square root of u squared minus 6 squared. Third. And that is secant, right? So therefore, this will now be equal to 1 over ln x. So at first glance, para siyang first form, right? Yung sign. But later on, after we substitute something, for secant pala siya. Okay? So this is ln x times 1 over a. What is our a? What is our a? 6. Yeah, 1 over 6. Secant inverse of u over a, which is 6. Then we have plus c. And simplifying, this is just 1 over 6 times ln 6. This is 6 ln 6. Yeah. Secant inverse of u is 6 raised to x over 6 plus c. Ayan. You can have this as your final answer or pwede siya because they have the same base, pwede nating i-minus yung exponents. Di ba may 1 yan, imaginary 1. This will become 1 over 6 ln 6 secant inverse of 6 raised to x minus 1. Ayan, plus c. The same lang yan. Ito ngang 1 over 6 ln 6, pwede nyo siyang i-write as 1 over ln 36. Yeah, they are just the same. Pero pwede na to as your final answer. Any question? Clarification? If there is none, kindly press 30. And this will be our last example. And we are done. And it's already time. Yeah, so naka-30 na sila. Okay, so I think that ends our discussion for today. And I hope yung iba, yung hindi pa nakasolve sa activity number 17, makakasolve na kayo. Okay, since natapos natin siya. Okay, so that's it for today siguro. I will be ending the recording. Siguro, ayan. My God, naglalag yung laptop. Anyway, stop recording. Medyo madilim na po dito.